I was pretty busy, but also kind of messed up when I was going to edit these. So there's a few days bunched in here together. This was last Friday. Did a bunch of moonboarding and slab climbing. On the screen is a picture of all the new benchmarks that I managed to do. Just a few of the 7Bs, ticked through them, and then fell off a few others. Did all my conditioning again and stretching and everything, and then did like an hour of slab climbing, messing about on both the small footholds, and got some new volumes, so I was playing about with those as well. Next day, went down to Boulder World, had a good session with Rory and Saul, some comp blocks, or more of a fun set on the comp wall again. It was reset for a second week, which was pretty fun. There was this yellow, which Rory makes this first move look deceivingly easy. It was really hard. Managed to get it dialed by the end of the session. I didn't do this move though. I just couldn't sync out to pull in to do the move. I could do it fine if I used the black and the left, but it was just that right handhold. That right yellow handhold was terrible for me. I kept peeling off it. Rory showed me some more cool eliminates as well. This one very much my kind of style, with like tiny bit of coordination but a lot of power as well. It was really about getting that right arm pulling really hard. Had a fairly good flash go, but then didn't stick it, and then it took me probably 10 or 15 attempts to do the move and didn't get a video of it, so I did it again. It only took like 3 attempts to get a second video. Also, this eliminate on this red boulder was good fun. Saul had a cool method where you sunk over the right heel. I couldn't do that. I don't know why, it felt super hard that way. So I did this, kick your foot into the smear in the volume, worked out well. Last move, almost dropped it, hit like the one part of that hole that isn't a jug. Each side's a jug, but in the middle's horrible crimp. Next day, Michael mainly stripped the circuit board, and then I stripped the vertical wall and the rest of the circuit board, and have set some boulders for next week when Rory's coming down. So I'm gonna test them throughout the week. 2 of them are power boulders on the 20 degree, and this one is a really coordinated vertical wall. I will probably change the top of it and make it a tiny bit harder, because if you get past the zone right now, which is the high hold that my right hand's on, you'll just do the boulder. It's very straightforward from there. I was timing myself just to simulate how doable it was in the time. I think the boulder's pretty straightforward. I didn't really put much thought into it. It was just throw a few holes on, so I think if I can do it in 4 minutes, Rory can. There was no super secret setter's beta. I just figured this out on the fly. Hadn't thought about it too much. I didn't record the top just because this bottom section was really the meat of the boulder, and I knew if I got to the zone hold, it was pretty much over, so I wanted to focus on this part. I will probably set a different top tomorrow evening and then try that during training.